Good morning, everybody. I say morning, it's morning here anyway. And it is about 58 degrees this morning, which feels pretty damn nice. And I don't think it's supposed to get up much over, I don't think it's supposed to reach 90 degrees today. I think it's going to be in the mid to high 80s. Guess we'll find out. I haven't done a moto vlog in a while, but hey, I'm getting there. They haven't officially, I don't think, announced this event that I'm about to mention yet. I did it last year, was the first year I did it, and I can't remember how many years it's gone on, but it's called Sync the Planet. It's a worldwide moto vlog event, and I don't remember the time exactly, what time of the day it begins. I think my time here, it's a 6 a.m. and the ride begins. So basically, and I'll put a link in the description of last year's ride or the promo ride for last year, because this year's promo ride hadn't happened. It's in August. This ride is in August. But everybody, you think about it, it might be 6 o'clock here, but there might be somebody in Australia where, it's, midnight or 2 o'clock in the morning, or France, or somewhere in Africa, or Europe, or East Asia, or Eastern Europe. It depends. And so everybody starts riding and motovlogging at the same time on the planet, which is pretty cool if you want to think about it. Fortunately for me, I get a 6 o'clock in the morning. It's not bad anyway, so it's a no-brainer for me to do it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Last year, I can't remember how many riders they had, but everybody does a moto vlog. Last year, the subject was up to you. In years previous, there was a subject for the moto vlog, or a topic for the moto vlog, or a theme. And everybody had the same theme, and all the videos were linked in a playlist. It was pretty cool. So if you have the opportunity to do it this year, it's pretty cool. I'm definitely doing it again if I'm able. Yeah, so not much going on in the world of Ron. My hobbies have shifted from motorcycling all the time to kayak fishing all the time to photography all the time to vlogging, making videos a lot of the time, to ham radio or amateur radio. And like I said, my background in the military was telecommunications, not necessarily HF or VHF or UHF radios, but telecommunications nonetheless. And the coolest part of this ham radio hobby is, the antennas that you use are a lot of times best when they're homemade. And I'm enjoying that aspect of it. A lot of experimentation and things like that. And to me, it's interesting. So I've made all the antennas that I have myself, and they seem to be working very well. The farthest I talked to somebody on the radio, it was just to exchange a signal report, so it wasn't like I had a long conversation with this guy, but it was St. Petersburg, Russia, and that was almost 5,000 miles away, and that's on an antenna that I built and just strung up in my attic. And that's pretty cool. I think that's awesome. And yeah, so the next step, so I've got the antenna built and taken care of. But anyway, the next thing I'm trying to do now is teach myself Morse code. And it sounds a hell of a lot easier than it actually is. And I've been doing this for about 3 or 4 months now, and maybe 4. And I tried all the charts. They got charts that show you how to do it. And they say, well, an A is a did-da, and dot dit, da-da-da, But, you try to use visual aids for Morse code, and it's really, that's probably the dumbest thing I personally did, is try to learn something using a visual method when clearly Morse code is not visual at all, unless you're doing the light flashing thing like the Navy does, from ship to shore, ship to ship. But that's a different thing. So basically you just have to sit down, and luckily for me, aside from some of these older guys who didn't have the internet, who had to listen to cassette tapes of Morse code, I actually could use the internet. And there's several free programs out there that I use, and I have really, I mean, I know all the letters, I know all the numbers, I know a few of the punctuation marks, like the comma, the period, the slash, the question mark, and the equal sign. And I can listen to Morse code at about, I don't know, maybe up to 15 words a minute, and almost can decode it. Now you can, once you learn the letters, you can send Morse code a hell of a lot faster than you'll ever receive it, as far as that I'm concerned. I can probably send at 15 or 20 words a minute, but there's no way I could copy that with ease. So it's easy to get ahead of yourself. You think you can send 15 or 20 words a minute, and come to find out, when you send Morse code on the air, at whatever speed you send it, if anybody replies, they're going to try to reply at the same speed you're sending. So you get full of yourself and think, okay, well, I can send 20 words a minute, and you do it, and they reply in 20 words a minute, but you can't decode it because they're sending it too fast. You're going to look like you're going to be a little bit embarrassed. So anyway, that's what I've been up to. Yesterday and this past weekend, should I say, was Amateur Radio Field Day, they call it, and it's an event they do every year. It's always on I think it's the last Saturday or last weekend in June. And what it's all about is really public awareness, I guess. So they set up in parks and open fields, and they put banners out, and they do testing for people who want to take they test to get their amateur radio license. They have a get on the air station where they let people without a license talk on the radio, and it's important, really. I mean, when I was young, I thought ham radio operators were a bunch of old guys sitting in their basement, talking on the radio to somebody they don't know about all life's problems. And it is like that for a lot of it. I've strolled through the radio bands and listened to some of those guys. And so anyway, yeah, it was fun. I put up a couple of antennas, and it was really crowded. If you can imagine the busiest highway in your town, that's what the radio sounded like. You couldn't turn it on without hearing 4 or 5 different operators. And HF radio is really a strange beast in that the atmosphere controls how far and how your signal travels. So I could be on one frequency and my neighbor could be a mile up the road, and my signal is just going over him and he'll never hear it. So he's talking and I'm talking, and 2 or 3 people can hear us, but we can't hear each other, so you don't know that you're walking on each other. It was interesting. I didn't know. It was a 24 or 27 hour event. I stayed at home. I didn't go out anywhere, but next year I'll probably try to get out to a campground or a mountaintop or something like that and make it a little more interesting. Well, I'm sorry if I ramble too much about this amateur radio thing, but like I said, that's my latest hobby, and I've been enjoying it, and I think I'm enjoying it because it is a challenge to learn how to do a lot of the things that are involved. You have to study to take an exam to get your license. So anyway, that's what I've been doing, and it's a challenge, and it's you have to learn something, and I think that's why I like it. I like challenging things like that. So hopefully I'll enjoy this into retirement age. I might be one of those old guys in the basement talking on a radio to the wee hours of the morning. One never knows. Well, anyway, I hope everybody's having a good week. I hope everybody's having a good summer. I hope everybody is safe. Here's to good health. Take care of yourselves and your families. Y'all have a good day. God bless, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Later on.